I'm Erin Wells. This is my 6th year on the Open Studios tour, and one of the things I enjoy doing the most is having my guests take home a piece of original art that they made. In order to do that, I've created the Noodleworks. The Noodleworks involves a piece of rebar and a rock. You come on up, Lauren, take your choice. You can pick any rock, any stick.
You take it off here?
There you go. Okay. Put it in the rock you like. Perfect. Step 2, you're going to pick parts. You have 3 kinds of parts. You have rods, what I call beads, which are awkward shapes, and washers, and then toppers. So you put these all together and stack them up into a totem for your garden.
This is my 4th year that I'll be in the Chico Art Center Open Studio Tour. And I find it really inspiring for myself because people come in from all walks of life, and it's such a wonderful thing to be able to share what I do. My charcoal landscapes, my collages, and now my jewelry that I've been doing for the last few years. So I'm inspired by them, and I think that sometimes they're inspired by the space, and so that's important for me as an artist to share. Many years ago, when I decided to do art as a young woman, I was inspired by photography and photographers. Photographers like Imogene Cunningham, Ruth Bernard, Ansel Adams. You know, they created classic images with really very primitive tools. But at some point, I decided that I would have to choose a path. And photography took a long time. In those days, you went to the darkroom and spent hours there and hopefully produced something worthy. But I had to make the decision where my path would go. And I could not let go of charcoal and pencil, some of the most primitive tools that I enjoy. So what happened was, and I don't think I realized it until the last few years, is that I took the inspiration of black and white photography and I used it with a tool of charcoal and pencil. So most of my images that I create, my landscapes, are black and white. I love that I can create with a humble stick, like this little compressed charcoal, that I can take this and I can create beautiful gradations of gray, from the lightest gray to the deepest, deepest velvet black. But I can do that if I study and I work hard and I do countless drawings. And there's something about working with these very primitive tools, a pencil, a kneaded eraser, that if I work hard, that maybe someday I can create something of beauty. So I love the humbleness of the tool. So because I could not give up pencils and charcoals, I walked away from photography, but I interpreted it the same way.
Hi, I'm Rich Lee. I'm a woodworker here in Chico. Everything in this showroom are my own designs. When I'm working with a customer, basically I'm working off of their design and help them create the details. But on these pieces I have total freedom. And this is an Art Deco design piece that I completed recently. It's a liquor cabinet. The main features from the outside are these tapered legs, which have 8 sides to them. They're a very complicated leg and take lots of time. This molding around the doors is a very major feature of Art Deco sort of cabinetry. So as I open up the cabinet, I have some glasses just to demonstrate how they would hang from the ceiling of the cabinet. The cabinet has 4 drawers. The drawers are dovetail joints and built to last generations. It has a slide-out tray to set your drinks on. Now, in the old days, when cabinets were made, woodworkers always built concealed compartments because they didn't have safety deposit boxes. So their furniture was a way to store things, and so once in a while I'll do that. In this case, there's a little lever inside this drawer which opens up this side panel, and here's a storage box to store whatever you want inside the cabinets. I make a variety of boxes. These are jewelry boxes with removable trays and felt lined. And I have a variety of designs for the tops of these. I say work, I don't really work. I come in here and play 7 days a week. I've had a passion for woodworking all my life. I had my first shop when I was about 10 years old, and I've been doing it ever since.
You know, I'm interested in layers and transparency, but really what I'm interested in is the sense of dimensionality, about how you get the sense of different dimensions and what really is reality, you know, that how things shift, and you know, that sense of the elusiveness of what reality really is, you know, that, like I said, the dimensions. There's a lot of contemplation that goes into like how am I going to paint this to get the effects that I want? What's the steps involved to get the things? And the more tight something is, like say for instance representational work is, you know, bound by restrictions of proportion that and such that make it when you really have to think in those kind of terms, like, okay, what am I going to do first? Like some of my figure work, you know, I'll work with the figure first and then I'll work to the background. What I love about this medium so much is that it is that flowing, that wonderful juiciness that you get